Hello, this is movie review number 1302. Today I will be talking about Sneaks. Sneaks is a 2025 movie directed by Rob Edwards and Chris Jenkins. So I saw this movie on April 17th, 2025 at Regal Cinema 16 in Deerfield Town Center in Mason, Ohio. So this movie has 9 logos. Briarcliff Entertainment, Ashland Hill Media Finance, GFM Animation, Rabbit's Brad Productions, Swam/RTG Features Productions, Waffle Iron Entertainment, Assemblage Entertainment, Cinema Gypsy Productions, and Lengi Studios. That's a lot. And this movie is another animated film, but it's about sneakers and shoes. So Sneaks follows a pair of one-of-a-kind collector sneakers which are Ty and Maxine, who are stolen by the collector. In their attempt to escape, Ty ends up separated from his sister in the middle of New York City. Alone and desperate to find her, Ty meets with JB, who is a streetwise, stuffle-up sneaker with an affinity but for anything shiny, warning that your best life begins when you get out of your box. So these two sneakers, Ty and Maxine, they are a one-of-a-kind collector sneakers, and this young kid, who is about to play in his very first basketball game, I believe it's his first basketball game. He gets these shoes or these sneakers. He wins them in a contest, and he takes them home, and he's definitely thinking about the big game. However, when this collector, he actually is referred to as a collector in the movie, when this collector guy takes the shoes from this kid's house, Ty accidentally gets separated from his sister Maxine, and Ty is trying to find his sister before it's too late. So Ty meets up with another sneaker called JB, and they wander on the streets trying to find where the collector is and to try to find where Ty's sister is before the big basketball game that will go on that evening. I thought it was pretty good. So this movie has Anthony Mackie voicing Ty, Martin Lawrence voicing JB, Corey Bailey voicing Maxine, Lawrence Fishburne voicing the collector, Robbie Rich portrays the forger, who is the collector's boss. Ella Mai portrays Brittany, who is Ty's love interest. Macy Gray portrays Adriana, who is a former lover of JB. Sly Reed portrays Edison. He is a basketball-obsessed young man who wins Ty and Maxine in this contest. Chris Paul voices himself. Mustard voices himself and Marcel, a wild shoe. Crawford portrays Spike, who is JB's brother. Sam J portrays a guitar bar attendant. Keith David voices OG. Donovan Lewis Basmore voices Trey, who is another shoe. And then we also see Croy Rowe, Kiana Reddy as Rana, who is Edison's mom. Jonathan Kite portraying Wiz, who is another shoe. Amari McCoy portrays Santriata. Sky Brown voicing Sky. Melissa Real voicing Melissa. Young Michael voicing Tiffany, another shoe. Amira Hall Amara Hall voicing Vanessa, who is Edison's love interest. Rico Rodriguez voicing Ice, and Barbarito Garcia voicing Barbarito. So this movie is another animated film, but the animation is pretty good. Like I've seen a lot of animated movies with different animation styles, and I would say that this movie does have a different animation style than other animated movies, like movies from Pixar or DreamWorks. But in this movie, we see sneakers talking to each other, and Ty is trying to get his sister back, and he has no idea what the streets have to offer. But that's until Ty meets JB, who gives him a lesson about living on the streets and trying to live your life. And let's just say that there was a backstory behind JB that you see later in the movie. But who is this collector guy? Why does he want these shoes? Well, let's just say that it's not just a collector you may have to worry about. It's somebody else that you may have to worry about as well, which I won't reveal due to spoilers, but it will be explained later on in the movie. And I like how Edison is so obsessed with basketball that he wants to make sure that he does well in his very first game. And he doesn't know what to do when the sneakers are gone. But hopefully the sneakers come back to Edison before it's too late. But I'll let you guys see the movie for yourselves to find out. But I thought it was pretty good. Definitely a family-friendly movie about sneakers and shoes and trying to figure out where to belong once you get out of the box. This was pretty good. So that's my movie review of Sneaks Precinct 2 from this movie review. Alright, goodbye.